Hello there, YouTube and podcast land. It's your boy Josh Ox,
It's your boy Tay.
and this is another episode of Sports Talk Tay and Josh. And we like to thank everybody, wish everybody a happy New Year's. We've been on a slight break, both our birthdays are a week apart, and
Yeah.
he's a Christmas baby, so he double dipping. Um, but thanks for watching. But before you get started, make sure you like, subscribe to our podcast. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. So we're gonna get to the bread and butter. You know what I mean? Creme of the creme. You know what I mean? The main dish.
hmm
We don't need sides over here. All right. So we're gonna do our power rankings. So our
Yes,
power
sir.
rankings consist of top five teams. Our top five
Yes.
teams. We both go one at a time. We list our honorable mentions, which most of the time is somewhere in the top 10.
Yes.
Also, we have our bottom three, which is pretty much the same three teams all season.
That has always been
It's
season.
pretty much
Yeah.
been for the most part the bottom three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So I'll let Tay go first. Let's go with number five. Who's your number five?
All right. My number five team going into week 18 is going to be the Tennessee Titans. That's my number five team.
God, man, you are okay. All right. So I picked the same thing. I had the Tennessee Titans at number five.
Okay.
They actually been under the radar. We haven't really been
Yes.
talking about the Titans that much, since Derrick Henry went down. So we haven't
Yeah.
really talked. And they actually held their own for making it this far. I believe they what 11 wins. I believe they
Yeah.
had
They're
11
11
wins.
and
I
5.
believe. Yeah, I
Yep.
believe they're 11-5. So yeah, hey, they doing their thing.
Ten- Tennessee is what the radar part of it is like what Buffalo should have been. Like it's like right
Hmm.
when Buffalo is getting too much on the radar, that's when they start going downhill. Tennessee is the
Bills
opposite. It's like
Mafia
when they got
disappointed
quiet.
me. That was my sleeper team to probably come out the AFC. That was my sleeper team. But to be honest, I think Bills
No
Mafia can
possibility.
finally get over the hump.
Yeah. It's still a possibility. They in the playoffs,
Hmm.
so it's a possibility.
Nah, I think the AFC is the Wild Wild West, but we can talk about that later. So who is your
Yeah.
number 14?
All right, my number 14 is actually the LA Rams is my number 14.
All right, man. I think you still in notes, man.
Oh,
I literally had them at number four. I'm looking at my list now. I
bro,
was like, okay,
we have not done Power Rankings in how many weeks? 2 weeks? 3 weeks
yeah.
technically? We have not even talked about none of our Power Rankings
Well,
since
technically,
we've been
you
on
can make
break.
an argument. Well, technically, you can make an argument for a few other things. You can make an argument for Tampa. Them in Tampa, I
Yeah,
had them stuck between four and three.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna give Tampa a slight
yeah.
edge, only by
My
a close margin.
yeah.
All right, so my
Mind you,
number
people.
14 is going to be the Rams, the LA Rams, the Los Angeles
Okay,
Rams. Yeah,
yeah. Mind you, people. We have not done Power Rankings in 3 weeks. So three,
we
two,
back.
three
We
weeks.
back now. We're not going to
We
skip
back
any more.
now. Yeah, and we had to take a break, man. We had to take a break from birthdays was up and everything. So yeah, so this is our blind reaction. These are our blind reactions to the Power Rankings right now.
Oh, okay. Who do you have at number three?
My number three is actually the team you just brought up. Tampa Bay Bucks is
All
number
right.
three team,
So it looks like we're going to pretty much be the same.
pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, number three, I want to say Tampa. That's why I had at number three. I'm stuck between them and the Rams, between four and three.
Okay.
I gave a slight edge to Tampa.
All right. All right. My number two team is no brainer. Hottest team in the league right now that's getting hot at this moment is possible. Well, one of the two hottest teams right now in the moment. Is the Kansas City Chiefs is my number two team.
Okay, you took my thunder again. Kansas City Chiefs at number two because they've been on a hot streak, bro. Even though they lost to the Bengals,
Yeah,
I'm gonna still. I'm not gonna take that game because that was a good game and that was a close game.
and
So
that was
I'm
a
not gonna.
ooh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna discount that game because that was a good game and it was on the streak. So I won't
yeah,
still keep them at number two. Tampa had a rough start against the
the
Jets,
Jets.
so that
Yeah,
maybe not put them at number two. That's on the reason. And the Rams, they took some L's to some ugly wins. They
exactly.
won, but they had some ugly wins. That's on the reason. That was the slight
Yeah,
edge I gave over Tampa. Okay, and I'm
okay.
pretty sure our number one team is going to be the same.
Good old Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay
You got to go
Packers.
with Aaron. Aaron.
Yeah, messed up,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers. Mr. State Farm
Potentially,
himself.
yep.
Mr.
Potentially
Double
back
Check,
back to back.
aka Mr. Double Check, uh,
Yeah,
aka Green Bay Packers is probably gonna be the number one seed because
yeah,
they 13 wins, so you can't. They are what
yeah.
their record is.
They are what their record is, and Mr. Back to Back,
Mhm.
Mr. Back.
Back
That's
to
what he's gonna
back.
be, Mr. Back to Back. He about to get the
Yeah.
MVP this year. He's definitely gonna get the
Okay.
MVP.
So honorable mentions, I'm gonna say the Bengals.
Yes.
One of the teams I'm
Um.
gonna say the Bengals.
Bills Mafia. Even though they struggled a little bit, I still say Bills. Um.
Okay. I want to say the Arizona Cardinals are still in it. They
Yes.
in the top 10. They still in the top 10. And
Uh.
anybody else?
The Colts. Oddly
And the
enough,
Colts, the Colts are there.
even though they blew that game. Um. Can I?
Yup, the,
Can I
the,
throw
the
this?
Dallas Cowboys. You gotta put the Cowboys. The Cowboys are top 10
I am.
too.
I'm still gonna put them in. Do I want to
They
put
top
another
10 team.
NFC East team in there?
Who you gonna put? Who you got? You gonna say
Eagles.
fly Eagles fly?
The
Well,
Eagles maybe should be an honorable mention. Nobody. The
I'm
max
not.
I had them going was
Okay,
playoffs.
is there a good underdog story?
Yeah.
Good underdog story. I don't think they will make my honorable mentions. They won't make my top 10. They'd be like 11, 12 if I had to give a ranking.
I say top 15. No, top 20. They top 20 teams. They are top 20 teams.
No, they
They,
top 15. I would say I'll put them in the top 15. They middle of the road.
yeah,
They in the
yeah.
top 15. They're in the top 15. So I'm not going
I'm about to,
because they've been slept on too. Even though y'all
yeah.
don't believe in Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I believe in Jalen Hurts. I don't know what the hell you talking about, but I
Oh
can't
no.
speak for everybody.
Well, you the only Eagle fans. Y'all Eagle fans. Y'all bipolar. Y'all turn y'all back. Eat your own just the anger. I tell you, Eagles, y'all a toxic fan base.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
not part of that.
bottom three
I ain't part of that
teams.
top last seed.
Bottom three teams. What you got?
Oh my goodness, do we have to talk about these three? Do we have to? We already know who it is. Texans, Lions, Jags.
Yeah, I don't think the Jets is that bad to be a bottom three team though.
Nah,
They outside looking in. They not they
yeah.
by close margins they there.
I mean, I almost wanted to replace the daggone Jacksonville Jaguars with the Giants for real, or the Texans.
The Giants not bad as the Jaguars, bro.
Yeah, nah, that
Jaguars,
doesn't fire.
Texas
That
might
doesn't
be the
fire.
worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Probably,
Well,
well, they did beat the Chargers, so technically they beat a division rival.
yeah, and on top of
So
that,
they
on top of that, they did win some games. So they don't got the first overall pick like everybody thought they was going to have. So hey,
hey.
it is what it is.
All right. So what's next